Hi writers, and welcome to lesson number 3 of our opinion writing unit. If you haven't watched the first 2 lessons, make sure that you go and you do that before you watch this video. Okay, let's get started. Students, we've got a lot in today's writing workshop, but before we get into that, I want us to think back to all the different kinds of writing we've done this year. So we've done small moment stories, we've done fiction stories, we've done informational writing, and you just finished writing some award announcements for Dragons. So I want us to think, and here's a question. Can you think of what a good writer does in each of these different types of writing? What makes a true story or a small moment story so good? What does an author need to add in their informational writing to make it an amazing piece of writing? Think about that for a minute. You're right. Small moment stories need action and dialogue and descriptive detail. Fiction stories all need characters, settings, problems, solutions. And our informational writing needs a main idea or a topic with subtopics that support it. Informational writing needs to be written in a teacher voice because you are the expert and you are teaching the reader. You also know by now that all kinds of writing uses a hook or a lead sentence at the beginning to interest the readers and make them want to read more. Today I want to teach you that when you write something, it's important to understand the kind of writing that you're doing and to figure out ways that people do that writing really well. Then you can try to do those things in your own writing. Our learning target today is I can use what I've learned from other writers to improve my writing and make it the best that it can be. So let's try to do some of this together. I have a piece of writing from a former student, and this student wrote an amazing opinion piece about Batman. And he explained to us that Batman, in his opinion, is the best superhero. So I'm going to read it aloud, and you can read with me. And as we read, pay attention to what this writer does in his writing that makes it so amazing. The best superhero of all is Batman. Batman is the best superhero for many reasons. First, Batman has special equipment. For example, he has his own special car, the Batmobile. The Batmobile can go super fast, and it can even jump over cars. Also, he has weapons, like a Batarang, that can knock weapons out of bad people's hands. Batman is also special because he's very brave. He fights crazy villains like the Joker and the Penguin. They are really bad, and it takes courage to fight them. He doesn't have any magical powers and still fights them. He is very brave. I have a few Batmans from when I was little, and I don't really do anything with them, but I still like them because they remind me of how Batman is a good guy superhero. Some of the other superheroes are more mean, but he is all good. Out of 10 stars, I give him 10. All right, third graders, I wish I could hear all of the amazing things that you noticed. I would love to do a turn and talk right now, but since we can't do that, take a moment and think of all of the things that you noticed this writer doing that made their writing so great. Hey, do you got them? Okay, let's see if we noticed some of the same things. Here are some of the powerful things this writer did to make his opinion writing super strong. The writer has a bold opinion. That's definitely something we want to include in our writing when it's time to write. Having a bold opinion means believing in what you think and not being shy. So you don't hear him saying, Batman's cool, maybe he's the best. I don't know though. No! When you're bold, this writer says Batman is for sure the best superhero, and here are the reasons why I strongly believe this. You want to be really convincing to your readers. The next thing this writer did to create a strong opinion piece is they included really powerful reasons. Having reasons is so important in opinion writing, and each reason can go into a new paragraph. Another thing I noticed that this writer did was give examples and details that backed up their reasons. Maybe you noticed this too. That's going to be really important. So Batman has special equipment. For example, and then our writer talked about the Batmobile and the Batarang and gave examples of some of the cool equipment that Batman has. And finally, in strong opinion writing, the writer has an ending that reminds you of the opinion. So we know everything that goes into a really strong opinion writing. Now let's try it out together. I want you to think back to our dragons. I was telling my younger cousin Charlie about our dragons, and he started to wonder about which dragon would make the best pet. I asked him what he thought, and then I asked him if he would write it down, and he did. So let's look at Charlie's writing, and we'll be thinking about everything that goes into good opinion writing, and then asking ourselves, has Charlie done all of these things? Let's take a look. Here's Charlie's writing. He said, I like the red dragon. It is red. It has wings. It has scales. Okay, so I noticed that Charlie's writing is missing some important parts. Let's help Charlie out. Remember, it's important to have a bold opinion. Does Charlie have a bold opinion? I don't think he has one yet. You also need reasons and then examples that show those reasons. And finally, it's important to make sure that our readers know our same bold opinion at the end. So what I did is I took Charlie's writing and I added to it to make it a little bit better. Let's take a look. So I didn't add that much, just added a little bit. I'm going to read it to you. The dragon I'd like to have for a pet. I like the red dragon best, and that's Charlie's bold opinion. So you see, I changed it. Instead of just saying, I like the red dragon, I made the opinion more bold by adding the word best. I like the red dragon best. One reason, okay, so I'm adding reasons because that's important in strong opinion writing. One reason is I think it is beautiful. Another reason is that it is red, and red is my favorite color. It is a very lively color. Also, the wings are fancy. The red dragon is the best, not just because it is beautiful, but also because it can fly. I would like the red dragon as a pet. It could fly me to cool places. So when I added it could fly me to cool places, that's an example of how the dragon can fly and why that would be cool to have a pet that can fly. All of these things that I added to Charlie's writing just strengthen the writing and help it to become a little bit more convincing. Today, I want you to work in a way that shows all of the powerful things we now know about strong opinion writing. Again, we know that opinion writing has a bold claim. We know that the author gives reasons and also examples of those reasons. And we remind the reader of our opinion at the end. So, as you write today, you are going to look at your writing and ask yourself, do I have all of those things? You can use this video and the chart in your learning packet to help you out. You'll notice in your learning packet that there is a writing paper and there are directions. You have a choice today. You can write a piece similar to Charlie's, in which you write a strong opinion about which dragon you think would make the best pet. If you want to challenge yourself and write about something different and not write about dragons today, you could choose to write a strong opinion about something different. So you could choose to write a strong opinion about which superhero is best, kind of like our Batman writing. Or you could write your opinion about which animal would make the best pet. And you don't have to just limit it to dragons. It could be across all animals. Which one do you believe is the best pet? Whatever you choose to write about, make sure that you have a bold opinion, that you give reasons, that you give examples, and that you remind your reader of the reader of your opinion at the end. I'm so excited for our Zoom writing small group so that I can hear your awesome writing. You are ready now, so you can go get started. Bye, guys.